Students, welcome to Spectra Educational Academy. This is KMR Sharma. Let us begin our second class with the motion in straight line. This is topic number 3 in class 11 portion. And this particular video is useful for your board exams like 11th, 12th, 11th and or you can say intermediate, also for competitive exams like NEET and JEE. So topic name is motion in straight line. First, let us try to understand what is motion. Motion means if there is a change, if there is change in the position of the object, with respect to time and surroundings. What are surroundings here? Surroundings here means any permanent structure like building, like hospital, like temple, like dargah. So can be treated as surroundings. And there is another definition associated here, that is rest. So what is rest means? If there is no change, in the position of the object. So previous definition, there is change. Now this definition is if there is no change in the position of the object with respect to time and surroundings. So let us try to understand motion and rest with the help of a graph. The graph means if one quantity taken along x-axis, that is getting changed, the other quantity taken along y-axis, how it responds. This is the main meaning of the graph. Say you take along x-axis, you take time, along y-axis, you take position. So this is x-axis, along x-axis time, as I said, along y-axis there is change in the position. Suppose let us say you are in the classroom. So board is our reference. Board is at O. O is the origin, or O is the reference point. Say you are the student sitting at a distance of 4 meters. Your class is started. Sir is explaining. After 1 second, you are at same 4 meters. After 2 seconds, you are at same 4 meters. After 3 seconds, you are at same 4 meters. After 5, you are at 4 meters. So on. This is till the end of the class. Let us say duration of the class is 50 minutes. So your graph is parallel to x-axis. It means there is no change in the position of the object in the given time interval. So therefore you can say object is at rest in the given time interval. So this is the way to understand object is at rest. Now let us also try to understand when do we say object in motion. So there must be change in the position. Once again, you take along x-axis time, along y-axis change in the position. Suppose let us say you are in the last class of the day. You are again at 4 meters only. Once again, board is the reference. So O is the origin, or O is the reference point where board is there. After the bell, students are slowly walking out. You are walking out. After 1 second, you may be at 5 meters. After 2 seconds, you may be at 6 meters. After 7 seconds, you may be at 8 meters. Of course, this may not take in real picture, but okay, let us assume that. So object is getting equal change in the position. So what does it mean? There is change in the position of the object with respect to time and surroundings. So therefore object is in motion. Now the present topic name is motion in straight line. What does it mean? Now let me take a room here. Motion in straight line. Say there is an ant. There is an ant at one corner. Let us say this is the room. At one corner, there is an ant. Just enlarge your eyes. It appears like a room. There is an ant. Let us say this is the reference. There is an ant here at the corner. So this is z-axis. This is by default, we assume this is x-axis. This is y-axis. Now there is jaggery here at the other corner. In general, ant moves like this. So change in the position only along x-axis taking place. So therefore, you can say that ant is moving along straight line. Not only this example. Suppose when a ball thrown vertically upwards, change in the position takes place along y-axis while moving upwards and downwards. So you can confirm that if there is change in the position of the object, only along one axis, out of 3 axes. So you can say that body is moving in straight line. The motion along straight line is associated with a few fundamental definitions. First, we will go with the distance. Second, we'll go with the displacement. Next, we go with the velocity in all forms. And we'll go with the speed in all forms. And finally, we'll go with the acceleration. In tomorrow class, we'll continue with the distance and displacement. Students, if you like my video, don't forget to share and subscribe. Thank you very much.